This forum this evening. It's truly a blessing and an honor to be here. So I will introduce myself. My name is Wade Calhoun. I'm running for Mahoney County Treasurer this year. I was born and raised in Mahoney County. My mother was one of the first females that were hired at General Motors in 1970. My father spent his career in the military. So I get my passion for public service from my father and my work ethic and dedication from my mother. I'm not new to government, but I am new to politics. So I have 18 years combined experience working in local government and private sector financial management. I have a master's degree along with a master's certification in public budgeting and financial management. I'm here tonight to humbly ask for your votes. I've got some new ideas, fresh ideas, and a new perspective that I think would benefit the Treasurer's Office. And that's why I'm here, that's why I'm running for office.
I have a few questions for you. Since you resigned from your position as city manager in the city of Canfield, why do you want to be the next city treasurer for Mahoney County?
So yes, I resigned from the position of city manager with the city of Canfield. I believe that my passion for public service is a calling. I believe I'm required to do good, not just for myself, but for the general public, which is why, again, I use the tagline that's very politician-y, and I apologize for that, but I'm not a politician, I'm a problem solver. I see problems in local government, both from a practicing professional and a student of local government, and when I see a problem, I want to fix the problem. I believe there's numerous issues that the state auditor has identified in the Treasurer's Office that need to be addressed, and I believe I'm the person that can address that.
Okay, then if elected, what's your top priority?
So top priorities, it's a great question because there are some basic duties and functions, as I'm sure Mr. Young will tell you about, that the Treasurer's Office does. Tax collection, investment of funds for the accounting portfolio in the Star Ohio investment pool, financial management, economic development, and delinquent tax pursuit. The state auditor has been identified, and it's been quoted in the Vindicator, and our county auditor have identified that currently the Treasurer's Office is not doing the basic functions of those jobs. Namely, timely tax collection, bank reconciliations, day one, that will be done. We will train employees and make sure that they know how to stay in compliance with state auditor requirements. Number two, it's probably the biggest one, is aggressively pursuing delinquent taxpayers. With all due respect to our Commissioner's 2050 plan, that's 25 years from now. That is way too long. And let me tell you what can happen in 12 years. In 12 years, the delinquent tax balances in Mahoney County have went from $34 million to $71 million. That tells me we are not aggressively pursuing delinquent taxes in this county, which leads to blight in our neighborhoods. It leads to crime in our neighborhoods. Ultimately, it lands in the lands in the hands of the land bank, which ultimately tears that property down and wipes all of that tax revenue off the books from Mahoney County. So I think there's a major push for aggressively pursuing delinquent taxpayer. And number three would be refunding money back due to the honest taxpayers in our community. There's $1 million balance that sits unaccounted for or not identified to where that money belongs. It is not the county's money to sit on, it is taxpayer money that's due back to you. So that's why I want to give your money a voice in our county by making good decisions, sound decisions, and not political decisions.
So what's your feeling about the recent increase in property taxes?
Well, I think as a fellow property taxpayer in Mahoney County, nobody likes the increase in property taxes. I think there's obviously only so much county governments can do in terms of regulations for property tax. It's dealt with at the state level, but I think there's some specific strategic initiatives that we can do. As I mentioned, the investment portfolio with Star Ohio, we return a substantial amount of money on those investments. That $9.2 million, I believe, was cited in one of the recent candidate forums. That goes back into the general fund. That money that gets spent for whatever services that the county commissioners or departments request for. I think from the Treasurer's Office, especially from the chairman position of the land bank, we can do a little bit better job advocating for specific community initiatives that address all of the issues that delinquent tax payments cause, as well as spur initiatives within communities for economic development.
Closing statement.
Like I said, I'm not a politician, I'm a problem solver. I'm here tonight humbly asking for your votes. I've walked around Mahoney County, I've talked to a lot of residents, and the main thing is people feel powerless. It's property taxes are out of control, you see blight throughout communities, there's a number of complaints that you hear from residents, and I'm sure all these candidates will tell you the same thing. And yes, I am ambitious enough to believe that from the treasurer's position, I can affect change in doing what I do